There we go. All right. Mhm.
Okay, now I video.
Yep. All right. Hello, my name is Anaya. I am presenting about teachers and the teachers and how they're no longer being teaching students anymore. As teachers, a lot of students are now a lot of teachers go through a lot of situations with students, such as being verbally abused or having a hard time with students and trying to teach them in a class. Sometimes for a lot of teachers it can be hard for students to sit still in a class or to even pay attention to this teacher. And for that, the teachers that's causing the teachers to kind of leave the classes because of that situation. Now in order to combat that, and we have to learn how as students to be more helpful to the teachers and how to get them to sit in the classroom or to get them to pay attention, such as fun activities or things like that. But also as teachers, we also have to learn to sit in the classroom and be able to teach students as well. It's important for the students to have that teacher to student contact with the teacher in order to have a good relationship or a good bond with the teacher as well. Teachers also need people to go to, such as therapists and things like that, to talk to about their daily stressors, because a lot of teachers go through a lot with students and not knowing how to help the student properly or how to effectively combat the verbal abuse that they're going through. In order to do that, I feel like a lot of parents should step in and help the teachers out and talk to them more so that way they can get a better understanding of what's going on in class. Now, as someone who is also a student who also has to participate in being in college, it can be hard to sit in class or understand what I'm doing because as a person who has ADD, it can be difficult to maybe sit in class because usually I fidget with things or I don't really talk to many people at all. But considering the fact that students also need that understanding from a teacher to student contact, it's important to do those things for the teacher, for the student, and for the teacher themselves. Now, as to be a good teacher in the classroom, it's always important to be present and to show up when you're needed. Now, in order to do that, you also have to have contact with the student as well as emails and participation from the student as well. So you get both on both sides. So it's always important to do that. And my last point coming down to the end is that in order to have better teachers in the system, you also have to pay teachers better. Because in order to pay teachers better, then you're going to have better people coming in for a job. And a lot of that needs to be talked to the government because a lot of teachers need help with providing the stuff for their classroom. It can be very expensive to buy materials or to do things in the classroom for certain students because they may not understand what they're doing or what they need. Now, unfortunately, we're learning this on a day-to-day basis, but we are also understanding now and getting to the point where students do need that extra